Okay, so you've made it this far. That's wicked. So hopefully you've selected some meaningful focus points, or at least you're on your first loop, so you're learning how to use your focus points. From here, all we need to do is get in the repetitions. So I'm going to shrink up here, and then down here, what we're going to do is we're going to go in and do our loops. The idea here is to do enough repetitions of the reasons why you're doing what you're doing so that it just becomes habit to think about it. So the way to keep yourself motivated is to make the focus points interesting. So if you're reading them and the reasons why don't resonate with you, reword them, reword anything you want, and go onto YouTube and try and find videos that relate to the idea you're trying to portray to yourself. If you're trying to do a fitness goal, get a video about what makes fitness so good for you. If you're trying to become a better person, maybe there's a TED talk on patience. Maybe there's anything that you like, you can find on YouTube, link it to the focus point, put your reasons why in, and then you don't have to watch the video every time. You just have to scroll to the end of your reasons why. Once you've finished that, then you can close it off, and that is one loop. So there's also a hidden bonus feature in there. So the idea is to get a streak of 100 so that you get a bonus 100 points for that focus point. And then at that point, because you've streaked it for 100, it's probably time for you to change up the focus and pick something new. Because if you stay with the same thing for too long, your brain just gets used to it and eventually tunes it out. So you go to do your loops and you'll be just click, click, click without actually reading the words, even though that you think that you are. It kind of steers your attention away. So what we recommend is to stay on the focus point until you've got a streak of 100. And then once you've got to that 100 streak, then look at changing it. And if you want to sprint for another 100, then sprint for another 100. But if it gets to the point where it's tedious or you're skimming over the reasons why, then that's your trigger to go, that's your trigger to change the loop. Get a new loop, get a new focus point, and find something that's really meaningful. And then the skill that you will develop is picking really good focus points that make the biggest difference in your life outside of the app. And then if you can make your life better outside of the app from using the app, that's what we're looking for. And so we wish you all the best. And for at the moment, one really cool thing is that because we don't have so many app users, and we're at the very early stages, you can personally call me at any time with any questions that you have. If you're trying to pick a focus point and you're struggling, just give me a call. No worries, and I'll help you out and help you try and pick something meaningful that turns the dial in the way that you want it. Okay, now I know this might sound a little bit funny, but here's a cool hack for starting the habit of opening the app and doing your focus points. Now what you do is you just get your toothbrush, get a sticky plaster or whatever you've got at home, a piece of sellotape or just a colored piece of tape that you can write on, and write loop on it, and then tape it to your toothbrush. And then when you go to grab your toothbrush, you're like, what the hell? And then at least that will trigger you in to get on the app every day. Because if you brush your teeth every morning and every night, then you're definitely going to get on the app every day, because you're going to look at your toothbrush and you're going to go, what the hell is the tape on that for? And then the tape's going to prompt you to create the first bit of momentum. And then once you're using the app and you pick some focus points that are meaningful to you, you will start to change your actions within your life, and then you will get the outcomes that you're looking for. But unless you can start the habit, you won't look at the app, and then it will snowball. It won't even work for you. So attach your new habit that you want to try and create of looping and opening the app to something that you already do consistently, so that you don't have to add anything new. You just piggyback off what you've already done. Okay, so I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the app. What we're going to do is we're going to go into... So when you first open the app, you should open it up onto my profile page, and on there will be a section for you to change the video. So once you've watched this video enough and you understand what you're doing and why you're doing it, then go into this section and change it to a video that really resonates with you and why you want to live a better life. It can be something that you've made, it can be something that you've seen, it can be anything that's on YouTube, and then add it in there. So when you first come in, if you need a little pick-me-up, just watch the video. Come in, then you're going to cut a lap of your loops and the reasons why you're doing what you're doing. And the idea of this is to get your streak, which you can see here on my screen. You're trying to get your streaks to 100, because once you get to 100, you get a bonus 100 points. And at that point, you then decide, do I want to do another 100 of this focus point, or do I want to select something new that's going to grab my attention and make me more motivated to get in the loops? So that is what you do there. There's a space down the bottom where you can add quotes. I've got, if it has to be done, make it more fun. If the effort required will be breezy, if the next step is small and easy. Play the long game to gain traction, let the looping provide the action. And then the simple solutions will always be counterintuitive first, they have to be. So these are just quotes that I like to add in there. You can change them by clicking down here and then edit your quotes. If at any point in time you want to update your focus, what you do is you go up into this corner, go to My Focus, and then select your focus point, and then there's an edit button in the top corner. And then here you have the ability to edit everything, including the YouTube video that you want to link to that specific focus point. So if you've got a focus point about eating well, you could link it to someone that you really like on YouTube that has some science behind the diet that you really like or the thing that you're trying to achieve. You can also, if someone's really got a good video around patience with your kids, and that was one of the focus points that you were trying to focus on, you could then make patience one of your focuses. If you want to also, once you've selected more than 3 focus points, you will then go to this thing which we call the bigger bubble, and that is where you have everything, all of your focus points that you're not currently focusing on but have in the past, and it will have their scores there. You see I've only got one because I've only recently got the app, and it's used the difficulty. And so if I want to add it to my current focus, there's a bottom there, and it will prompt me to override one of these focus points. So I just have to select one to replace. I'll replace Make It Fun. And then now, when I go in here, My Focus, I'll go in here. Now we go to Profile. We go down, use the difficulty. And so that's, even if it's only 1/4% to your advantage, you're ahead. There's never anything bad that cannot use the difficulty. And then, yeah, so that is how you update, change, and review. So I'm going to go back. I want to put Make It Fun back as my main focus because that's something I've been focusing on for a while now. I want to complete the loop, so I'm going to bring it back in and use the difficulty is what I'm going to replace. And so now, when I go back onto my profile, my focus points will be Infinity Nick, Humble Greg, and Make It Fun. Boom. That's how you use it.